Truman Lake Fishing Intel.com presents your latest Truman Lake Fishing Intel Expert Roundtable. Truman Lake Fishing Intel.com is your premier resource for up-to-date expert fishing reports and videos to help you find the fish faster and become a better Truman angler. Multi-species coverage includes crappie, catfish, bass, hybrids, and more. View this month's full episode roundtable exclusively at TrumanLakeFishingIntel.com. This month's roundtable is brought to you by Anglers Port Marine. Whether you're a first-time boat owner or a seasoned professional, Anglers Port Marine has an option for you. Conveniently located between Clinton and Warsaw on 7 Highway, stop on in to view top industry boat brands including Phoenix and Low Boats. With their award-winning sales and service, Anglers Port Marine has you covered. 660-438-4600 or learn more at anglersportmarine.com. The Mahoney Real Estate Team, powered by eXp Realty. Introducing Tyler Mahoney, your trusted real estate expert from eXp Realty. With longtime roots in the Truman Lake area, Tyler knows the ins and outs of the many great features our region has to offer. As one of the top-selling real estate agents around the lake, Tyler excels in selling both land and homes, consistently fetching top prices for his clients. What sets Tyler apart? He delivers exceptional service through his professionalism and negotiation while using extensive marketing tools to get the most eyes on your property, including tools that no other agent has available in the entire state of Missouri. For a seamless real estate experience and unparalleled results, contact Tyler Mahoney today. Reach him directly at 816-536-7038. And now, let's start the show. Boys and girls, we're back again for another edition of the Truman Lake Fishing Intel Expert Roundtable. We're excited to be back with you in the new year. We're going to try to do a little Christmas special. It got a little hectic and crazy around the holidays, so we decided to just keep it to normal, and we're here with you. We're excited for a really great year. We're going to have a lot of video this year and a lot of fishing reports. Got a couple of guides that have helped us in the past a little bit. They're going to be doing a little bit more. You're going to see more of them. And really excited. Just be on the lookout. Right now, in January, it's kind of a tough time where we don't have all kinds of stuff to talk about in regards to fishing because the ice has been pretty prevalent throughout the lake. Now, it has subsided a little bit here in recent days, so we're going to talk to you about that, what's available to fish right now, and kind of what everybody's predictions are for the coming weeks with what ice we might get, what fishing's going to do, et cetera, et cetera. So before we dive into that, I just want to say thank you to all these guys sitting around the table. Jeff Faulkenberry, to my far right here, Endless Season Guide Service. You can check out his page on Facebook and Instagram. Sean Bowling from Sean Bowling's Guide Service. Now, he started a new Facebook page as well, so be sure to check that out, Sean Bowling's Guide Service. And dear old dad, Richard Bowling's Guide Service has been...
We're original with these names, aren't we?
Yes. Richard's been, he's been blowing up the interwebs on the socials here recently. He's doing work. And of course, Dillon Stocking from Get Outdoors Guide Service. And we did get outdoors today. We did indeed. We had a fun day on the water and in the woods with Kyler Beckman as well, chasing some crappie around and some rabbits and squirrels, and we'll have some of those stories to share with you here shortly. Big thanks to Anglers Port Marine for sponsoring the website and these videos. Appreciate them. You can check them out on 7 Highway for your Phoenix and Low Boats between Clinton and Warsaw, Missouri. With that said, I want to start talking about the latest lake conditions. There's a lot of folks that have been canceling trips. It has been cold. This weekend is going to be very cold. It sounded like a lot of people had canceled. Is that kind of the case? Everyone's canceling for this weekend for the most part?
Yes.
Well, there comes a point when it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Right? You have to kind of use common sense. Yeah. And even though, everybody's wearing a life jacket or a PFD, or some kind of, Onyx has the zip-up fanny packs now, just some kind of something in the wintertime. But before we get too far into this, because everybody can see this, so 2025 for Truman Lake Fishing Intel. If you enjoyed 2024, 2025 is kind of growing bigger and better. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a bunch more videos. There's going to be a bunch more fishing reports. There's some new guides coming in, just like what Tyler said. I know you're implementing Sean here into helping, and so that's going to free up a cameraman. Yep. And so if you liked 2024, get ready for 2025. And if you really enjoyed it, don't be afraid to get a family member or a friend. A membership subscription makes a real nice gift. Or just tell people about it, because this thing's about to blow up. And what's nice about it is there's nothing else around like it.
Yeah.
It's not just a short video clip. It's not it's not just a fishing report. There's so much information in these deals from so many people being on the water and so many fishing reports. It's actually one of a kind until you go to Lake of the Ozarks. They have bass and bob down there, and the other things. So
and there's a Table Rock fishing intel as well. And to your point, so we started in August of 2020. It's kind of crazy to think it's been that long already. But this year we surpassed over total since that time over 2,000 fishing reports from these guys and several of the other experts. I think we've had 16, 17 contributors that have contributed fishing reports over that time. And this is covering, multi-species, crappie, catfish, white bass, hybrids, occasionally some walleye here and there. And, you cannot go anywhere on the internet for Truman Lake and find the type of data and information that's been aggregated there. And it's not just fishing reports. There's a lot of tournament fishing reports. There's, I can't remember the number of videos that we have. It's well over 300 or 400 videos that are covering Truman Lake. So it's just, if you want to learn about Truman Lake, everything's there. Boat ramp information, aerial views of different parts of the lake, all the fishing reports. And these guys are pretty specific. So for those watching, they're like, well, what am I going to get for my money? And I'll tell you straight up, we're not going to give you a GPS coordinate spot. We're just not. However, they are getting you pretty stinking close to where they're fishing. And
well, that's the fact. There's no, with social media and everything else, there's no secrets anymore.
Yeah.
Right? There's no need for us. We could give you GPS locations, but you already know where we're at.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So with the social media craze and with the information we put out, it's accurate enough, and everybody knows. I mean, if you don't know, it doesn't take much digging to figure it out.
Yeah.
And so there's just it's unique. It's really cool, and I'm just excited that it's going to ramp up for 2025 into something pretty darn special.
100%.
And so I just think it's, like I said, it's unique, and it's a really, really good thing. And so jump out there and get a membership.
Yeah, 100%. You'll at a minimum enjoy just keeping up with these guys and what they're doing. It's really fascinating to watch. And these are by far, I did the Kansas City Star Fishing Report for many years, talked to a lot of guides. The guys that are contributing to Truman Lake Fishing Intel and are on that expert page are the best, most professional guides around. You're not going to find anything better. So if you go to the TrumanLakeFishingIntel.com homepage, you scroll down, you see the expert section, you click that, you can read all these guys' biographies, their profiles, and learn all about them and see why they are the best of the best. So really appreciate them for being willing to share all this great information. And what's super fun about it is, we just this is really fun for us. We like talking, telling stories, and on a month like this where it's kind of slow on the fishing, we were just sitting here and we got some stories to share with you. But we talk hunting, fishing, it doesn't matter. Anything outdoors, we're on it. So anyway, appreciate you bringing that up, Jeff, because it is going to be an exciting year. We've already did one video with Jason Smith, catfishing. We're getting out with Richard here in February. We just shot some more with Kyler and Dillon today. That was just how fast can we catch 30 fish messing around, and Sean and I are going to get out and do some stuff. We got a lot of stuff on the schedule, and it should be really fun. But yeah, so, with that being said, Dillon and I went out of Bucksaw today.
Yep.
There was some ice still around.
A little bit of ice.
You can't get on pad for very long before you're slowing it down.
Yeah.
We just went down and hit a creek that most people know very well.
Cedar Creek.
Yep. And
where's that, eh?
Yeah. And there was 2 other boats at the time when we started, and there was a few more in the lot when we left, but I didn't check the exact time when you guys caught your 30, but it was right around an hour and 10 minutes.
About an hour.
Yeah. Which pretty stinking good. A lot of people would love to get them done that quick, and there wasn't nothing fancy we were doing.
Nope.
It was right kind of up the center of the creek almost.
Just went right up the gut. Started in the mouth of it and went right up the gut and went 7,500 yards maybe.
Yeah,
maybe at the most.
not very far.
And had them caught just like you said, just messing around basically. I mean,
Yeah.
And that's so
goofing around.
typical for Cedar Creek. And I wasn't in there today, but I can bet the bait was in there like mad, huh?
You know,
We didn't see it.
it may have been under the ice maybe or something over in that timber.
Yeah, unless it was
deep.
down there deep. We didn't look very deep. I
Yeah.
had my graph set to 17
that's
to 20
right.
foot.
Yeah,
so
I bet it was deeper
it was
than
probably
that.
deep.
Yeah, because we were in 28, 30 feet of water
Bet
the
you
whole
get that
time.
25-foot mark, and I bet it was just stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't look one single time. One single time. I didn't even look at the water temp.
I didn't either.
I mean, I'm
See, and you're on me all the
I
time.
know.
That's what.
Well, look, I'm still. Look, here's the deal.
Like,
I was
don't
in.
look at it.
I was in the back of the boat videoing.
There was ice floating around. There was ice over here.
It's cold.
We're fishing right
Yes.
here. It was
It's in the
cold.
30s, mid 30s,
It's on your
probably.
camera. You'll see it.
But yeah, I did zoom in on the screen a lot, and
So it was probably like 35.
it was fun. There was a few times where it was just bam, 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 bam. I thought it was going to be done quick there for a minute.
We'd hit little those schools of them that just they wouldn't bite, and then some of them were smaller fish. They just come up there and look at it and swim off. But actually, a little slower than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
But it's
and we were throwing.
still pretty good.
That was just a gray hair jig. No. Kyler had the plastic.
Kyler had the plastic at first that just replicated a shad, and it caught most of the fish.
Yeah.
I had a white and chartreuse hair jig, and I switched it out to basically one that looked like a shad like Kyler's.
Yeah, and there. I mean, I'm trying to remember because I wasn't looking at the screen the whole time. But was there certain schools of fish? It was like hit or miss. You just had to keep finding the next school of
you just
fish.
had to keep, don't mess with them too long. If that school's not going to bite, don't come out there and just hit it real quick. Just keep rolling.
Yeah, and there was plenty of schools.
Yeah, there's plenty of schools in there. We had the trolling motor kicked up on 7 and was just choom, 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 choom. I mean, every 30 feet there would be another school of them.
Would you say the majority of the fish today they were mostly open water? We only ran into there was that one big thing of trees that we hit.
Yeah, it was probably half and half.
Okay.
Probably. Really.
Okay.
There was. I think once you got out in the open, those open fish bit better probably than the ones on the trees. But
yeah, I mean, but it was fun. And if anybody's looking for a squirrel report on that end of the lake, avoid it. There ain't none.
There's no squirrels over there.
It was no, and I mean, there's probably got to be something. I would hope, but walking through that snow. We did not see a track.
We didn't even see a squirrel track.
We didn't see a track. We barely.
Who was the guide?
They were the guides at that point. Now, when we made an adjustment. We may have left the core land and went to a highly managed private piece of property that is primo, and then I got to be the guide for these two guys. And I was telling them at certain points I was maybe feeling like they do with a client that is messing up every time. I'd put him on a rabbit, and the rabbit wouldn't get killed. But it turned out I actually missed the most on the day.
I don't think I missed one.
Now, here's what was funny, and I was lucky, but Kyler made the comment. He's like, man, every time Mahoney says, get ready, there's got to be a rabbit here. Was it not like 100% almost?
That's
like
a good guide right there.
Like 6 times. I was like, hey, I can't believe there's not a rabbit, guys. Like, we need to be ready. Boom, rabbit.
So did you get a big tip?
I was getting
ready to say, I didn't even tip it.
yeah, no tip, as a matter of fact.
You even bought supper.
I carted them around on the 4-wheeler and was like, hey, they're going to be in this pile right here. Anyway, great time.
We let him catch some fish.
So the squirrel
I caught
and
3 fish.
the squirrel and the rabbit hunted.
Yeah.
And crappie fish.
And
that's
crappie fish.
that's 3 trips in one day.
And,
Fin, feathers or fin fur. We got to have something for this.
well, we were having some debates on some...